Welcome to Lost Docs Media. This is a podcast that makes you take a second look at what you just watched. Thanks for joining us on yet another lovely Wednesday, where we happen to post new episodes of the show every Wednesday. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you listen to your favorite podcast, you will find us there. We have a lot of good stuff to get into on this week's episode. Big show, you know, as you may notice. You guys see this right here? Is this not crazy? I found this. Let me get a better shot. This is a way better shot right here. I found this quarter zip at like a thrift store. And something like it was crazy. I couldn't believe that the thing was on sale for, I think I paid like $5.99 for this thing. It's got a nice ass patch on it. It's like this America patch thing right here. And then here it says USA in like this very weird diamond-esque like embroidery. And I'm telling you, I don't know who the fuck was throwing this thing out, because the quality on this thing is like top notch. The collar's so thick, I can barely I can't even bend it. It stays up that stiff. You know what I mean? Like I really think that only like a truly distinguished gentleman would wear such a quarter zip like this. So the fact that I was even lucky enough to find something like this in the thrift store, and you know my policy, I don't buy clothes at the fucking thrift store. You know, that's the one thing I'm very... Yeah. I will buy a shoe at a thrift store. I will buy electronics at a thrift store. If it's nice enough, I will buy a hat at a thrift store. If it's nice enough. And immediately they're all going into the incinerator. The second I get home, I'm sanitizing them in any way I possibly can. You know? Because I'm scared of bed bugs, if you guys know. I'm so scared of bed bugs, dude. I am the biggest bitch. I do not want any sort of bed bug anything. So I just wanted to show you guys this quarter zip. That, like, I was lucky enough that this thing is America through and through. You know? So for those of you, if you happen to know what brand quarter zip this is or whatever, leave it in the comments, because like I said, found it in the thrift store. I don't know jack shit about this, but I need to know where I could buy another one. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? So what do we got on today's show? We got a lot of good stuff. We got Steve-O on Joe Rogan this week.
I saw that. One. I sort of watched some of it.
You watched a little bit of it?
Just a little bit. I don't...
Very off-putting. We'll start with that.
Yeah, maybe like 30 minutes of it.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that's all you need. You need a little taste. I mean, you in particular, all you need is a little taste. I'm gonna do all the talking on the show. We're gonna get into it and really, dig deep. Hopefully, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't kept up with Steve-O like a whole lot in the past year, because he's kind of like on and off. I think he like just divorced his He got married for like 5 minutes. He pulled like a Hollywood wedding.
Okay.
Got married to a girl for like 5 minutes. Bought like this property out in like Kentucky or some shit. Wanted to start an animal sanctuary. Now he's like this faggot who's sober and wants to save the animals and wants to be this like righteous left wing kind of like...
Yeah, that's what
social justice warrior.
That's what got me wanting to listen to it. I kept seeing comments about stuff he was saying.
Exactly. This is what the thing is. Like, I understand people wanting to maybe like rebrand as they get older, or like Steve-O kind of being like, yeah, man, well, I'm not getting any younger, so like, maybe I don't want to be jumping off of buildings and shit. I can understand that. Totally fair, right? But he's kind of turned into like this like social justice like warrior fag where like I don't know, something about it seems very disingenuous or whatever you say that. It doesn't seem authentic.
Yeah.
Is what I'm trying to say. That's the word I'm actually looking for. And so that's what kind of got me to watch that episode. One of the big things I had talked about in the past with Steve-O that kind of correlates to what I'm talking about, the point that I'm making, is maybe a year ago I talked about this on the show. He wanted to get a pair of tits as a joke. He wanted to like actually get tit implants.
Oh, okay.
Like as a joke, right? And Then he had this like quote unquote like moral epiphany, and he like stalked to this trans person at this grocery store to ask them their approval of the whole thing. And I'm like, bro, if it's a joke, then fucking get the tits. Like, you know what I mean? But he kind of backpedals on this like where he wants to sit on the fence of this like social justice, but he still wants to be the raddest dude in the world. I'm like, you gotta pick one. Like, you know what I mean? And that's kind of where I feel like a lot of people are falling off on Steve-O, right? So when I saw him on this episode of Joe Rogan, I had remembered his last appearance on Joe Rogan. The guy was slinging fucking like wet wipes, right? And he goes on there, like that's part of one of the things he wants to promote on the show, right? The second the word wet wipes come out of his mouth, Joe goes, yo, wet wipes are terrible for the economy. Please don't tell me or for the earth. Please don't tell me you're selling those. Steve was like, well, you know, and like pulls out the wet wipes like right there on the spot.
Yeah.
Dude, it was the funniest fucking thing in the world. So that kind of got me interested. I'm like, okay, he's been on this weird run this past year. His last episode with Rogan was a complete disaster, right? So let's see what's happening with Steve-O on this episode of Rogan. I tell you right now, the shit was like almost no better. I was like, yo, my man Steve-O falling into like the same goddamn traps. Every single time Steve-O went to make a point, Joe interrupted him. Right out the bat, less than 5 minutes in, Joe's sitting there talking shit about Steve-O. He goes over. Steve-O's sitting there talking about how rough of a year he's had, right? And listen to the first thing that Joe rips. He goes, oh, you've had a rough year? What's that all about? This is funny as hell. Watch this, guys.
Well, the problem with the internet is it's overwhelming. It's too many voices, too many different people. That's why I would never recommend for a person like you to even read the comments.
Right. What I did was...
Do you have a dick tattooed on your right eyebrow?
Look at Steve-O. You have a dick tattooed on your right eyebrow? Now, if you remember, you said you watched the first half an hour of this.
Yeah.
Right before, like, Joe, you caught the ass end of him talking about it. He goes, the internet, you know, you don't need to be reading that shit. It's just a bunch of people talking shit, blah, blah, blah. That's because Steve-O just got done pouring his soul out and was like, I've had the worst year of my life, dude. Like, essentially being like, dude, I'm coming on here because I need to, like, tell it all. I need to save my image, Joe. That's what this whole thing seemed like to me.
Yeah. Why does he sound like this?
I don't know. I think it's from, like, doing too much, like, whippets or some shit like that. And, like, throwing up stuff too much. Because, like, one of the things that he used to do, one of his big stunts was, like, he would swallow a goldfish and then throw it back up and it would still be alive. And he would do kind of shit like that all the time. And when you throw up, you're getting stomach acid. That's coming back up. So over time, that's got to, like, corrode your fucking...
For sure.
Your windpipes or whatever it is, your esophagus, you know? So I think that... I honest to God, I'm no doctor, but I would think that would be a correlating factor in his voice sounding fucked up like that, you know? That could be it.
I just feel like lately everybody's been having the strangest voices.
Yeah, everyone that we've been listening to lately, Alex Jones, Nick Fuentes over here. Where's my Nick Fuentes soundbite?
And we're hanging out at the party. We're getting ready to split.
I love Nick Fuentes, man. But this is funny to me. I just thought this was a quick one we were just watching, you know. Steve-O's literally like, dude, I've had the worst year, man, Joe. Please, you got to help me. I'm on your show. Hopefully I can do some damage control. Maybe I can grift a little bit to your audience and save some of these bills that I'm behind on. Mm-hmm. You know? He goes, please, Joe, you got to help me. First thing comes out of Joe's mouth. Is that a dick on your forehead? It's like, couldn't even just let that one go, bro. Like, and the way he interrupts him and says it, he's like, trying to give him like heartfelt advice, and then the second Steve-O starts to like say something back about it, he goes, let me throw this one back real quick. You can't just wait for him to finish answering like back at you.
Too many different people. That's why I would never recommend for a person like you to even read the comments.
Right. What I did was...
Do you have a dick tattooed on your right eyebrow? Is that what that is?
That's exactly.
How long do you have to keep that for?
I don't have to keep it for any amount of time, but...
It's not a bet or anything?
I mean, it is a bet how long I last before I get it lasered off.
And is there a money value to this bet?
No, it's more of an experiment.
Oh.
But I've been doing really well with it. And
it's not even a good dick.
It's not even a good dick, he says, bro. You know what's so funny is like Joe's kind of doing this, and I hate that I'm giving Joe one right now. Like I really do. You have no idea how much this fucking kills me that I'm giving Joe one right now. But he's doing this thing where he kind of like is forcing you to talk out what you're doing, and then it's forcing you to like say out loud how stupid it is. You know what I mean? It like forces you to come to the realization of how dumb it is.
Yeah.
Because you're saying it out loud for the first time, right? It's always been something you've just done, or it's always been a thought in your head that always equated to an action, but it's never actually been hashed out with real spoken words before, right? And now Steve-O is getting this. He goes, is that a dick on your head? Is it a bet? How long do you have to do it? Do you have to do it? No? Oh, it's not even a good one. You know what I mean? Like, that really is kind of like backing Steve-O into like this corner where he's like, you know, it really is fucking stupid that I have a dick on my head, you know? Like, I really, again, I hate to give that to Joe, but it's funny to watch Steve-O get trapped like that. Look at his face. Like, Steve-O don't know what's going on. He looks like a pug, dude. He looks like a pug. Like, if you, if a pug was just like, what? Like, if you threw a flashbang into a room with a pug, this is what you would get. This would be the result of that. You would get Steve-O's face like this. Is that a dick on your head? Boom, freezes.
Do you have a dick tattooed on your right eyebrow? Is that what?
Watch, he does the face again. He does the pug face again. His eyes start going like that. Watch.
That is?
That's exactly.
How long do you have to keep that for?
I don't have to keep it for any amount of time, but
It's not a bet or anything?
I mean, it is a bet how long I last before I get it lasered off.
And
you see that little? He goes, his eyes start going. Watch this. I'm going to zoom in like that. He starts doing the wiggle. He's it is a bet. I'm just, seeing how long I can do it. His eyes start going.
or anything?
I mean, it is a bet how long I last before I get it lasered off.
And is there?
You've seen him back and forth like 6 times. He's like, I don't know which way to go. He's like in his head. He's like running into like a maze, and he's getting stuck in like one that's at a dead end. He goes, fuck. He's like, do I go left? Do I go right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I love that. Let's give it up for Steve-O, man. That's a good old Steve-O. We ain't done with Steve-O.
Okay, yay.
We're not done with Steve-O. I just thought that was funny, dude. You ask one question like that, and Steve-O, immediately, he drops all his weapons and goes, fuck. What are you going to say?
Nothing. I'm not going to know anything about these other time codes that are on here.
Oh, these are great. A lot of these are very funny. So, like I was saying to you, Joe kind of is he kind of like backs Steve-O into a corner there, right? And it's very funny because that's kind of like a little bit of like a precursor, like almost foreshadowing of the way that the rest of this interview is going to go. Joe kind of really doesn't let Steve-O breathe on his points at all. Like the second that Steve-O starts getting the ball rolling on something, Joe starts interrupting with like, well, what about this? And like, well, how about that? Like, or he just goes on a whole rant for 45 minutes like he does with people that he doesn't respect. This is the way he does that only with people that he does not respect. You get a fucking Brett Weinstein on here, and Joe will let him talk for an hour and a half about the dumbest physics you've ever heard in your fucking life. Let him grift all he wants. Why? Because Joe, for some stupid-ass reason, respects the guy, right? Joe will talk all this shit. I'm critical of the left and the right and the blah, blah, blah. I'll have any political candidate on. Has Trump on, bends over backwards for the guy. Practically gargles his balls on fucking air, right? Why? For some reason, he wants to be in the goddamn club, right? Peter Thiel, all these other fucking billionaire dickwads. He lets them fucking just blab the fuck on, not questioning shit that they have to say. A guy like Steve-O comes on, no respect. You know what I mean? What's that guy? Rodney Dangerfield did. That's an old reference right there. Rodney Dangerfield. I'm showing my age right here.
Yes, older than you.
I'm showing my age right now. Rodney Dangerfield. So now
That's
watch
like
this.
my dad.
I know, right? Now watch this. Joe's about to start interrupting Steve-O, fucking his points up, the whole 9. Check this out.
And I'm talking about this, and I say, how like leaning into faith, like really just like it's so important, like it's so important to me. And I had this meaningful conversation with Mark Wahlberg about that. And then with the day the episode comes out, it didn't even occur to me until the day the episode came out. I was hiking with my dog through a fucking state park in Tennessee, and it strikes me, oh my God, I had the audacity, as I knew that the episode went out that day, I had the audacity to cut from this thoughtful conversation about faith with Mark Wahlberg to an ad for gambling.
Okay, now you kind of see, this is what I'm talking about, where I have a fall off with Steve-O. He goes, oh man, I didn't even think about it until I was hiking with my dog. I was having this meaningful podcast conversation with Mark Wahlberg, and then in the episode, it cuts right to an ad for gambling. He's the only person who even put any thought into it. Like, even Mark Wahlberg was like, yeah, I just thought it was like part of the episode. He's trying to basically say that he's not being he's being immoral by playing a gambling ad.
Yeah.
Right after this faithful conversation that he's having with Mark Wahlberg, right? And that's kind of what I'm talking about. It's like this performative social justice shit.
Yes.
Right? Where you're now you're reaching for it. It ain't even happening to you or kind of just coming across your plate. Now you're fucking just grabbing for it in any possible situation you can at this point.
I would hate to see him and Theo Vaughn together.
Oh, insufferable listening to those two talk. Theo Vaughn would be like, yo, man, how many fucking years did it take for you to get your voice like that, man? That shit sounds crazy, Is that from the goldfish? Theo's like, I was a goldfish once. I swear, I hate him too. He can fuck himself too. But it's just so funny. This is what I'm saying about Steve-O, where I'm saying he's kind of dude, you're not even the same guy anymore. It's never meet your heroes. He should have died at 27. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he would have still been this awesome ass legend. Now he's this. And Joe kind of I feel like Joe kind of catches on to that a little bit. And you put a little bit of a lack of respect on top of that. And Joe's just going to interrupt him, try to counter his points in any way he can. Doesn't let him finish at all. Watch this.
To cut from this thoughtful conversation about faith with Mark Wahlberg to an ad for gambling. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I don't have to be in the comment section to see people saying, what a hypocrite. Oh my God.
Wait a minute. How does gambling make you a hypocrite?
I mean,
I don't think that makes you a hypocrite at all.
Right.
Listen, the gambling thing online, we should probably address this, is a very hot topic. And a lot of people criticize people for promoting gambling sites online. The problem is not gambling. The problem is people who are addicted to gambling. So the problem is self-control. All right. And I'm not saying I'm a person who's immune to being addicted to gambling. I am sure that given other
48 minutes later. In SpongeBob, they do that. 48 minutes later. All this over Joe just not agreeing with it. But I get it. Joe's immediately catches on to the same shit I just said. He's like, what does gambling even have to do with being immoral about? What are you even talking? Where are you even making that connection? You know what I mean? That's kind of, but come on, Joe. You don't have to steamroll this nigga for the next 35 minutes off of the shit. Just tell him that it don't make sense. Let him finish his story. He don't even give Steve-O a chance to defend his point. He just immediately goes, let me tell you about a story that I've told 8,000 times on the podcast.
circumstances in my life, given I could have easily gotten addicted to gambling, but I'm not. And I don't mind gambling on stuff. I think sometimes it's probably fun. The problem is people, you saw Uncut Gems, right?
Oh my God, best movie ever.
That is gambling. That is the problem with gambling.
That movie was so good.
Fucking amazing movie. Adam Sandler killed it in that movie. It's such a good movie.
Never felt so good
But the whole movie, I'm going fucking don't do that. What the fuck are you doing, man? Don't do.
Hey, yo, what is Joe Rogan doing right now? This is he had a comedy special one time where he got onto a stool like this and started humping it. in the middle of the comedy special. There's actually an inside joke with like New York comedians where they go like, Austin, man, that's where all the stool fuckers are at. You know what I mean? That's kind of like a thing. I ain't even shitting you. Austin, they be fucking stools out there. All off of this motherfucker doing dumb shit like this. And you notice what I'm talking about. Steve-O trying to jump in that conversation like it's a game of double dutch. And Joe's just spinning the ropes faster and faster, not letting him in.
That?
Right.
Oh, Jesus, Adam.
You know what though? Like, I made a decision on that day hiking with my dog. I said I'm not going to promote anything unless it's good for people.
Wow, good for you.
I said like I don't want to do harm, man. I don't
good
like.
For you. I don't think it does harm.
Good for you. I don't think it does harm. You're a faggot. He goes, you know, you're a fucking bitch. Is basically what Joe's getting at. I like how Joe does that. He goes, oh, good for you. Like Steve-O's a fucking little child. And Steve-O kind of gives off that energy.
He does.
He's like, I decided I'm just not even going to promote anything unless it's good. Mm-hmm. And then like does a little chin up kind of, right? He's like, I am so fucking self-righteous right now, dude. Like, no, dude, you're a fucking idiot. Like, you sound like a fucking chode, in my opinion. I would say fag, but I've already said fag like 9 times this episode. You know what I mean? We got to give it a rest. So we're switching to chode. You sound like a fucking chode.
I said, like, I don't want to do harm, man. I don't
good
like.
For you. I don't think it does harm. I think it does harm if you let it do
good
harm.
For you.
I think food does harm if you let it do harm.
Oh
I think alcohol does harm if you let it do harm.
Right.
I think marijuana, drugs, all kinds of things do harm if you let them do harm.
Right, but it's in your face.
I understand.
You know,
Yeah, you saw Joe breathing like that after he goes off in that little tangent? He goes, oh, Steve-O, you get me so fucking mad. You know what I mean? Watch him.
Harm if you let them do harm.
Right, but it's in your face.
You saw it? He's like, God, this fucking guy's an idiot. There's too many whippets. 4 equals 9. Look at his arm. 4 equals 9. I hope it says 5 plus 4. You know what I mean? We'll see.
I understand.
You know, and I don't want to participate in that.
I get it.
And I just haven't done it since then. I feel good about that.
That's
know?
good.
So all these different things that I've done to be mindful, to feel more good about like how I approach my life and my career. And then coming into this year, 2026, I was like, oh man, like now with the Mr. Beast coming out, I'm like, oh, this is gonna change my life. We got a new Jackass movie coming out. Like I feel really good about how I've restored my my integrity. Like I feel good about myself for myself. And then Joe, oh my God. Then I have Harland Williams on my podcast. Okay, this guy is the most genius, like that. It's just so like you can't even understand the guy. Like
he's one of the weirdest, funny guys of all time.
Like,
this snake is on this desk because he kept it in his pants the entire episode, telling us that he had a tapeworm, and then he pulled it out at the end of the episode. And I've left it on the desk ever since. And when Trump was in here, I left it on the desk, and he got so excited. He goes, "Hey, buddy, thanks for keeping what did he call it? Thanks for keeping Dimitri on the desk while Trump was in there." Like, he's just such an oddball.
He's so magnificent.
Such a great guy, too.
You know, and I record my podcast in an RV, right? I got like 3 different RVs that I use for it, and one I keep in Los Angeles. So we get to Harland Williams' house. For some reason, I'm driving, and I'm the fucking worst driver ever. And he's got this small driveway, and I'm trying to maneuver it around. And I get out of the van, and I'm like, I don't know how I can be such a fucking bad driver. And just like that, Harland Williams says to me, he goes, "It's AIDS, Steve-O. You have AIDS." Just like the most fucking absurd thing. And so like going into this podcast, I'm like, all right, like now we're entering the realm of the absurd. You know, like let's play with Harland Williams. Okay. At some point in the episode, the most fucking dumb idea that ever popped in my head, but you want to be like a step ahead and like figure out how like we're gonna keep this going. Like what am I, where are we going to next? Right. So I say to Harland Williams, I'm like, I think at one point I said, how about politics? You know, like just thinking to myself, this absurd guy, if you ask him about politics, like how does his absurdity like navigate that?
Okay. So now I know it took us a while to get there. I forgot about the fucking gap of bullshit in between the 2 points. So I apologize for that. But now he's sitting there bringing up, I was feeling immoral about having this gambling ad right after this fucking nice, faithful conversation with Mark Wahlberg. I felt bad about it. I stopped doing ads about stuff that I just don't feel right about. Now I'm a social justice. Joe's like, okay, good. You're a chode. You know what I mean? We get it. So then he goes, but then I start 2026 and, I have this podcast with Harlan Williams and I'm entering the realm of the absurd with Harlan Williams. I'm trying to be one step ahead. He's trying to get to this point where he makes this shitty ass joke on the episode with Harlan. Mm-hmm. So he goes, I start asking Harlan about politics, right? You remember the last time I told you this guy was asking someone, a comedian, about politics, Adam Friedland? He's like, Adam, what's your take on Israel, Palestine? Adam's like, legitimately says to him, he goes, I cannot believe I'm living in a world right now where Steve O is asking me what the fuck my thoughts are on Israel, Palestine. Like, he wouldn't give him a straight answer. Yeah. You can't ask these silly guys. Like, it's different, but if you're asking a comedian like Joe, or if you're asking a comedian like, I don't know, Theo Vaughn even, Theo would try to give a somewhat serious answer, right? Yeah. He'd still be an idiot about it, but he'd try to be like somewhat serious. A guy like Harlan Williams, a guy like fucking, who's the other one? Adam Friedland. Like those two guys in particular, they're nonstop goof all day, every day, You're never going to get a serious answer out of those guys with something like that. That's like asking one of them, what do they think about the state of comedy? They're going to be like, what are you even talking about, bud? Like, they're going to just give you some bullshit ass answer. So now this is where we're at, right? I just wanted to give you some pretext to that.
And that's what motivated me. So then somewhere in this back and forth, like effectively I say like, oh yeah, well all this shit with ICE makes perfect sense because the majority of immigrants are murderers, right? This is the most patently fucking absurd comment that I've ever made on the podcast. And yet, after it comes out, it gets clipped on its own. And it genuinely looks like I'm not kidding. Even though you cut to Harlan Williams, but it genuinely looks like I wasn't fucking kidding.
Right.
And then
Okay. So now this is what I wanted to get at. I want to show you if it seems like he's not kidding when he's saying these jokes, right? It's very, very funny. I actually have the clips right here. So let's see where we have Steve asked Harlan about ICE. So now watch. This is the clip that he's talking about where he's saying to Joe now, he goes, this is clearly the most absurd thing anyone could ever possibly say, right? It's obvious I'm joking. Like, they clip it, just from that part, and it cuts to Harlan, and you could see I'm joking because it cuts to Harlan, and Harlan, dude, I watched it. Harlan's like, bud? Like, you know what I mean? Like, Harlan's like, what? Like, he's like, is this real? Like, you asking me this shit right now? And Harlan's like kind of trying to play with it, but then Steve-O like doubles down on the joke, and he's like, wait, are you serious right now? Like, he's like really getting into it. Watch this.
Are you afraid of ICE?
Like ICE because I'm Canadian? No, I'm not afraid of ICE.
So does that mean that you've naturalized, you've become an American citizen?
Yeah. But even if I wasn't, I wouldn't be afraid of them because if I wasn't here legally, then my mindset is, well, then, yeah, if they catch me, I got caught. I should go.
Right.
It's illegal. I'm not here legally. I respect the system. I went through a hell of a lot to get here legally. So when people go, oh, they're just undocumented. No, I went through the whole thing.
Right.
And you know what? I feel like a chump because I did the dance. I spent every cent I had to get here. I spent years and years and years and years to get permits and a green card, and it was hard.
Right, you
and
think
it was
the
taxing.
DMV's bad.
Yeah, you think it was not easy. So for
now to see a white garden gnome talk about how he went through the system of immigration, spent years doing it, every dollar that he possibly could, at the time when he was a broke motherfucker, like broke stand-up comedian coming up in the system, right? That I see that, I go, that's America first. In my opinion, Harlan Williams is he's a closeted Nick Fuentes fan. He's a groiper. He's a closeted groiper, in my opinion. This little garden gnome right here. Conservative as hell. Listen to him. He sounded awful right wing for a fucking comedian based out of Los Angeles. What? Go ahead. You sound like you got something over there. Oh, I didn't think it was a call.
No, it's not a call.
No, I'm just joking.
No, I mean, just that one stand. I mean, I don't really know what his political views are at all.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I was an immigrant that did everything legally by the book, I would feel that type of way.
The way he words it is very interesting, right? He goes, I feel like a chump because I fucking did it the right way. I could have done it the fucking wrong way, and I'd be in the same spot, you know? He goes, shit, I was better off not wasting all my goddamn money. I love that.
For people to just because they're a certain race or a certain culture, you know, I don't care if you're from Canada, China, Russia, Mexico, wherever, there's a process. I did it.
You're racist.
So I'm not going to sit here and pretend, ooh, you know, if I did it wrong and I got caught, I'd have the balls to go, okay, you got me. I'm going home. But I wouldn't do that to begin with.
No.
Because I respect the boundaries of every country.
Well, in my opinion, you're a fucking racist, okay? Sorry, that's racism, what he's spewing out right now. That's hurtful fucking rhetoric. Look at this, white supremacist. Harlan Williams here. And then Steve-O's about to back him up with this crazy talk. Listen to this.
Right, and why is it that so many people who don't have this respect that you have are murderers?
Say that again now?
There's so many of these people who are illegally in America.
Right.
It's like the majority of them are murderers.
No, that's
Steve-O just went full-blown groiper on us, right? And this was like maybe a couple months ago or something like that. So you could see like Steve was like, I'm clearly joking, right? Harlan from the rip was like, I'm sorry, guy. Like, you know, with this dumbass high-pitched voice, he goes, wait, come again? Look at this. I love it. I love it. Everyone thinks they can go on Joe Rogan and just say whatever they want to, like, you know, hope that nobody's going to do their research and look in. It's like, bro, if you just can't even find, like, it took me 2 seconds to go, like, where's the clip? You know what I mean? I didn't even have to scrub through the episode that long. You know why? You know why I didn't have to scrub through the episode?
Because somebody put a note.
Because people put they put the comments in there. Somebody put in the comments, look, you scroll down here. Right here, the comment. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong screen to zoom in. Right here, this comment from 1 month ago. 562 likes. 5313 is the conversation you're looking for. It starts here. I didn't even have to fucking do nothing to find the goddamn shit. You could literally scroll to the episode and do the research yourself. Instead, Steve-O goes on Rogan and goes, I was clearly joking. It cuts to Harlan, and Harlan sees that. Harlan literally, it cuts to Harlan. He goes, wait, what? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, you sure he knew you were joking? Sounds like he didn't know you were joking.
Every country.
Right, and why is it that so many people who don't have this respect that you have are murderers?
Say that again now?
He goes, say that again now. What'd you just... He goes, hey, excuse me. Look at Harlan. He goes,
what?
He goes, bud, I'm like, you know, I'm all about legal immigration, but like, you sound like a Nazi right now, dude. You know, like Harlan's really like, hold on, I got agents and sponsors and stuff. He's like, chill out with all that talk. You know, I know you're off the shit, but like, god damn, Steve.
Many of these people who are illegally in America, it's like the majority of them are murderers.
No, that's a fallacy. That's a huge fallacy. Okay. Think about it. Think about
they're bad hombres.
7 billion people on the planet.
They're bad hombres in the background. It's bad hombres. Was that the attempt at saving the joke? Because Harlan is still fully in, like, he's in the space of you, like, thinking that all illegals are murderers right now. Like, you have Harlan completely convinced. Welcome to Jackass. I'm Steve-O. In today's skit, we're going to make Harlan Williams think that I'm a white supremacist. Yeah.
Annette, what percentage of those human beings in all cultures across the globe would you say are murderers? Less than 1.1%. How many human beings wake up every day and go, I'm going to take the life of another human? It's such a small percentage. So to then say, let's say there's 30 million illegal.
Yeah. He sounds very convincing right now. Look at fucking Steve-O, dude. I hate he wears glasses and never uses his fingers to put them up. That's why he's always making that face. It's because his glasses start to fall, and then he goes like this to try to put them back. Use your hand. It's right there. His hand is, guys, if you're just listening at home, his hand is right next to his face. He doesn't even have to lift his hand off his cheek. He could go like this. Push the glasses up. Wouldn't even have to move that much. Instead, he always tries to use his nose. He scrunches his nose to try to lift his glasses up all the time. It makes him look like a nut job. Makes him look like that kid from A Christmas Story. Yeah, you're going to shoot your eye out. Looking like that. Now, not one time did he try to convince Harlan. Harlan's sitting here explaining to him, like, statistics about murder and shit. Steve-O's just sitting there, nerding out with his glasses. Love that.
He goes, to say that most of them are murderers, that's improbable.
Yeah.
It's probably, the reality is 0.1% of them are murderers. Now, they're bad people. They're murderers, so they shouldn't be here, but most of them are not.
Well, okay, fair point. But a great many of them are trafficking fentanyl.
Yeah.
So now they're going from murderers to fucking straight up drug dealers. Kill them. This is so fucking funny, dude.
It's a joke.
Is it a joke? I mean, he's had like 9 fucking opportunities to explain this to Harlan. Harlan's on the brink of jumping out the Sprinter van. He don't care if it's moving, if it's not moving. Like, Harlan is on the brink of jumping out. I love that. He goes, wait, what'd you say, guy? He goes, no, well, wait, only 0.111011. Like, they're all, the small percentage are murderers. He goes, okay, fine. They're not murderers. They're drug dealers. They're killing people. Either way.
Look, when you're here illegally and you might not have the means to go through legal channels to work or find a way to feed your family or whatever, there might be a propensity for you to have to do illegal activity to feed yourself and keep your lifeline going. So that's more probable, but murder doesn't make sense. Yeah. It's just most people don't murder. Have you ever murdered?
No.
Tell him it's a joke.
Have you thought of it?
Steve-O, tell him it's a joke.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Can we talk about it?
Steve-O?
I would have a lot of dark fantasies when I
was still no talk about it being a joke. This is the point where you go like, okay, he's clearly not picking up on this. So the audience might not be picking up on this, Like, I even say that I'm joking. Like, whenever I'm sitting there making, like, all these, I go, it's a black guy. And I do the beep and shit, It's like, I even go, like, oh, I'm joking. It's clearly a joke. Like, I don't have to explain that to anybody. But, sometimes you just gotta. Yeah. It's like, and I'm not even doing it to, like, necessarily try to, like, self-center or be like, guys, it just kind of naturally comes out. I go, I'm just kidding. I just move on, You don't have to make it like a big thing. I don't think I've ever stopped the show and been like, wait, guys, let's get serious for a second. I just want to talk about how I was joking when I called that guy a faggot. You know what I mean? It's like, what? What are you even doing? Who cares? And then you call yourself a comedian. That's the thing I don't get about it, So now, look, let's talk.
He still calls himself, Steve-O calls himself a comedian?
Oh, yeah, he's still pulling the whole comedian card. Yes, very much so. Steve-O is full-blown touring right now. He does full comedy. But he does like this mixed media shit where he'll tell a joke or two about like a stunt that he did, and then he'll play the stunt like on a big screen or something. It's like you're kind of almost going to like a TED Talk or something at that point, like if you're fucking going to a Steve-O show, In my opinion, I've never been to one, so I can't, fully.
Nothing I have seen of him at this point in his life, it seems funny.
Right? It all is like, it's crash out humor. It's like, oh man, the guy is nailing his balls to the fucking wall, and you go, oh shit. Like, it's funny because you never seen it, kind of, right? Like, at least from a young guy. Like, when you're a young man in like middle school, high school, shit's fucking hilarious to you. Nobody is 35 still driving on Jackass like that.
Right.
If anything, they're going for a nostalgia kick. They go, yeah, I'll see the third
100%.
Jackass
That's
movie.
the only thing, when I think about him, it would be a nostalgia kick.
Exactly.
And now he wants all his fans to know how much he's grown up.
I like the way you said that. Yeah, let's give it up, dude. She getting, yo. Guys, she kind of sounded hot when she said that like that, right? A little bit? A little bit? Just a little bit? That's why I had to give her a round of applause. I said, holy shit. No, but in all seriousness, he is. Like, I that's what I think is kind of happening. He's trying to, like, reinvent himself into a comedian and stuff like that. But with that, he's got this social justice shit, you know what I mean? But it's like he don't know when to turn it off, when to turn it on, when to explain himself, when to not, you know what I mean? He's lying on Joe Rogan. This guy is spiraling down the drain, clearly, you know? And now, look, he's about to talk about this boob job story, right? And I've talked about this on the show. Like a year ago, I talked about this on the show. How he was like coming into this moral dilemma where he was like, I'm getting the boob job, but I kind of feel like it might be the right thing to do. It might not be the right thing to do. I'm making a statement about body autonomy, but at the same time, I want to worry about what trans people have to say about this, right? Like, you know, and he's kind of like playing both sides of this. Then the boob job falls through, and he starts to have this like fake ass epiphany about it and shit. And that's kind of what I talked about on the show, where I go, he's only having this quote unquote epiphany because the doctor fucking bailed out of the surgery. The doctor's like, I don't want to be part of this shit. The anesthesiologist backed out first, and then the doctor was like, you know what? He's actually kind of right, you know, and he backed out too. Then all of a sudden, Steve-O wants to have this epiphany about the shit, right? Mm-hmm. And because right now, Steve-O is clearly in fucking full damage control on JRE. He wants to try to bring that up so he could try to rehash it and fix his image a little more, right? Joe's still interrupting him. Joe still won't let him even get this point across. Come on, Joe, please.
So on the podcast, I was like, hey, I'm thinking about a wild, crazy stunt. Like, get a boob job and then just, like, film a bunch of pranks and stunts and then get it out. You know, like, wild publicity stunt. I feel like the whole world's going to know about it. And he had me take off my shirt, and he's like, yeah, your skin is already loose enough. You could fit double D implants. He says, but you got to get them out within 2 months or the stretching would be unmanageable. And I'm like, boy. And in my head, I'm thinking, this is the loudest, fucking craziest, like this is where the bar's at. You know, like the
you need better friends.
The level.
You need better friends. Like, no, you really do. You know? It's like, you talking on my show about getting a tit job, bro? And you know Joe hates him a tranny. Joe hates him a tranny. Joe's like, dog, you talking about full-blown trains on my show right now. Like, I might have to shoot you with the crossbow. Like, that's how Joe's thinking in his head right now.
Do.
The level of commitment to do something that fucked up. Like, I just thought... And I was really into the idea, and I got super
call
close.
Me next time. Just fucking call me, dude. Don't.
You know, Dana said the same thing.
Yeah, don't do that.
Dana said the same thing. So now, like, I had blabbed it to the media, which is why you'd heard about it. That so you know there are all these articles. Mm-hmm. It's the night before my fucking operation, and I get a phone call like from the doctor's whatever guy. He says, hey buddy, we hit a snag, man. Like the anesthesiologist backed out. You know, we got to reschedule the surgery. I'm like, fuck, man. So now the next day they're trying to reschedule it, and I'm buying groceries in the supermarket in LA, and the person ringing me up on the cash register is like seems pretty evidently transgender.
No. Right? Sounds like a pretty normal story, I guess, for a Los Angeles situation, right?
Yeah. Run
into a tranny at the grocery store. You know, you're thinking about getting a tit job. You want to run it by the tranny. You know what I mean? It's like that's a Tuesday in Los Angeles. You don't get that everywhere. You're just gonna get that in a place like Los Angeles, right? But I want to kind of let Steve-O tell it, like from when I was kind of harping on it a year ago. This was him
telling it to Bert.
He's telling it to Bert Kreischer out of all people. Now, a guy like Steve-O bouncing off of Bert, right? That conversation's going to go a lot different than it's going to go with Joe. Steve-O's going to try to act all serious with Joe. He's going to try to be all sentimental, bring in some serious points, right? Steve-O might bounce around a little bit with Bert, you know? Listen to this.
And it had nothing even to do with my intentions, what I'm doing. But this person, she said, can I just tell you that, like, I'm not allowed to use the bathroom where I work. You know, like, if Trump wins with the Project 2025, I'm likely to end up in an internment camp. That's what they're trying to do. Like, there's certain, like,
is that what it says?
It rattled off, like, the most, like, genuinely heartbreaking, like, list of circumstances that you just couldn't even believe. They said that there's, like, this number, like, what, like 28 states that, like, it's illegal or something to be like, you know, that by having their documentation, their say, woman, female, that they there's a bunch of states where that documentation is illegal and they'd be arrested for just existing. Like,
it's because it would be falsifying the documentation, would it not? Right? Birth certificate says M. You go to get a license, you write F. Now you falsified your information from one document to another, right? It'd be like if you said, hey, if I go to the DMV tomorrow and I go, my name today is Frank. That's it. It's not Elias. I don't know why you guys are writing it's Elias. It's Frank. I'm going to write Frank on here. If my license somehow passes through, that's going to bite me in the ass somewhere in the future. Whether it's me getting arrested for having a false document, me getting denied for something in the future, like a passport, some stupid shit like that. You know, they'll fucking jam your license up off of one letter. Like, if it's off by, like, a letter, they're like, sorry, dog. You can't do none of this official shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like the whole, like, Steve-O is kind of, like, blasting this out of proportion to Bert, right? I apologize. It was a little bit earlier than this where Bert was like making fun of it. He's like, oh, you're doing tit face, like blackface, but you're getting tits. He's like, you're doing tit face. They were like making jokes about it. But now Steve-O's getting real sentimental. Even his producers and Bert are like, internment camps. Can't use the bathroom. Like 28
and
states.
In LA, come on,
they're like,
you can go to the bathroom.
Yeah, like, what are you talking about? He's like, motherfuckers in LA. Dude, where we live here in North Carolina, I go to bars and there are no signs on the bathroom doors at some of them. Meaning what?
This is the state that was a big hoopla about
exactly. We're in North Kakalaki, my nigga. I'm telling you, they don't like them down here. And I still go to bars where there are no signs on the bathroom doors, meaning anyone's allowed to use them shits. That's exactly how they're designed, right, in this day and age. Ain't nobody making a big deal. I ain't never made a big deal about I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I would think it would be a little strange, though, if I walked into the bathroom and, like, there was a little girl in there. I'd be like, oh! Like, I'm out. You know what I mean? I'm like, hey, I'll come back later. Like, you know? And that's kind of, like, where the whole trans issue was, like, a big, like that was, like, the point of contention of it. And I just wanted to kind of give you the comparison of, like, someone who actually let Steve-O get his point out versus Joe Rogan. Mm-hmm. So now we're pretty much at this point right now where Steve-O is about to tell this story, right? So now that you have that context, it'll make the juices of this, you know, that much more flavorful when you see what's about to happen. It's funny as shit.
Reschedule it, and I'm buying groceries in the supermarket in LA, and the person ringing me up on the cash register is like seems pretty evidently transgender. And I'm just like,
okay, so now Joe hears that and he's starting to boil up a little bit. He goes, transgender. Mm-hmm. And he's starting to starting to go, like, you know what I mean? The meter is starting to rise now.
Dude, it's like the fucking universe is giving me signs over here, you know? And so, like, I ask this. Didn't even occur to me up to this point that I need to, like, run it by anybody. Because I'm like, fuck it, my body, my choice. Who cares? You know, I'm doing a dumb stunt to, like, you know, be crazy. But in this situation, talk to this transgender person, like, hey, can I run something by you? And I spoke with them. They described to me a level of oppression that genuinely fucking broke my heart. They said, hey, let me tell you, like, I am not allowed to use the bathroom at my own place of work. We've got, like, politics.
That's not true. They're just not allowed to use the bathroom. It doesn't align with their biological sex.
Hey, yo, what? Right away, Joe goes, I know everything that there is to know about trannies, dog. Let me tell you something, motherfucker. Like, right away, he goes, that's not true. Steve-O can't even get, you know, Bert sat there like a nice little schoolboy. He goes, please, do tell. As soon as Joe hears tranny, he goes, no.
Like politics.
That's not true. They're just not allowed to use the bathroom. It doesn't align with their biological sex.
Okay.
But you got to realize, they're not all, listen.
It stops him in his tracks. Stops Steve-O in his tracks. He goes, okay, well, now he has to sit there and think. He goes, well, I am on Joe Rogan, right? So if I want to have this opportunity to come on here again, I might want to shut my mouth, maybe not defend my point a little bit. You ever notice how every person who's kind of like doesn't have their own shit going on goes on Joe, sucks his balls immediately. Get a guy like Shane Gillis on there who's like does not need Joe, right? That's where Joe gets the respect. When people like, when Joe gets somebody on there who kind of clearly has an agenda, this is where he starts to lose the respect. And the whole thing, you might not get that picture from the time codes themselves, but like if you watch this whole episode, you can tell the whole time Steve-O's just damage control, trying to like, you know, fix his image kind of, because he's getting a lot of hate right now. You know, he's getting a lot of hate online. He just did an episode with his old producer who like quit the show on some shit. They basically hashed out like all the behind the scenes shit. The producer's like, Steve-O, you're fucking asking for all this shit. We ain't making the same amount of money, dog. He's like, you know, you were asking for all this stuff. We were not making the same. We were in the red, bro. And you were still asking for more. You know, he was like, they were airing out all the dirty laundry. I was like, God damn, this motherfucker's like really losing his goddamn mind. So now I want you to see how Joe really is not down with this transsexual shit, bro. Especially when it comes to one of them using the goddamn bathroom. Like right out the rip, interrupting Steven. I want you to watch how this is going to escalate like this. Listen to the tone of Joe's voice.
I genuinely think there's people that feel like they are in the wrong biological sex.
Sure.
Right? But there's also people that are fucking perverts. And they have a thing called autogynephilia. And what that is they get a turn on by pretending to be a woman. They get excited by it. And they want to be around women. And they're creeps. And so you give them a fucking Willy Wonka golden ticket to go into the women's locker room and the women's bathroom and stare at women and pretend you're a woman when you're just a crazy man. And you're actually into women.
Okay.
That's real too, man.
I don't doubt that that's real. And I know that it's a super complex, nuanced thing. But
here's what's not complex.
Uh-oh. So now Steve-O trying to save face. He's like, I know it's like real complex. That's a good way to like kind of like get out of that conversation a little bit. He goes, it is complex. Let's not even get into it. Let's move on to the next subject. Joe goes, no, let me tell you what's not fucking complex about the whole goddamn thing, right? Men are men. Fucking women are women. No such thing as chicks with dicks. Only guys with tits, okay? That's how it works, Steve. Like, he's, like, really fucking about to, like, blow his top off of this. Watch this.
Complex, nuanced thing.
But here's what's not complex. What is your chromosomes?
Right.
Okay? This is the same thing for competing. Right. All these fucking mental gymnastics that seemingly intelligent people do to justify biological males competing with females.
Oh, I don't think anybody's
It's the same
that.
thing.
Right.
It's the same thing.
Right.
And especially as speaking as a man who has daughters, like there are creeps. And if you give a creep, and I'm not saying all trans people are creeps,
Right.
but a lot of these fucking people that are in trouble for going into women's bathrooms dressed as a woman with a fucking beard and a heart on are just that. They're creeps.
Right, okay.
They're crazy men. And these crazy men, their entire life, they would get beaten up for that. And now all of a sudden, they have to be accepted. So you've got two things going on at the same time.
For sure.
You've got people with gender dysphoria that genuinely wish they were a woman.
Steve-O's begging. You hear him like every 5 seconds. He's like, right, no, yeah. He's like somebody who's getting like punched and nonstop. He's like, oh, please. He's like, no, let me get it. You know, every 5 seconds. And Joe's just berating him right now. All Steve-O wanted to do was just say one little, trans story where he was going to make himself seem like a really good guy. And now Joe is blowing up his whole shit while lecturing the hell out of him. Like, that's crazy.
You got people with gender dysphoria that genuinely wish they were a woman or genuinely wish they were a man. And by the way, it's men that are the problem. No one gives a fuck about trans men going into the men's bathroom. Come on in. Who cares?
I love that. No one gives a fuck. He's like, gets so pissed off. Like, he's ready to blow. Like, the top of his head is turning white. You know how when people white knuckle, they go like that? They put so much tension on their fucking fists. They're clenching their fists so hard, their knuckles turn white, right? Look at the top of Joe's head. It is like a clear pigmentation shift from whatever the fuck color he normally is, red, purple, whatever, to white. Have you not seen this? I mean, I cannot be alone here. This motherfucker's ready to blow his top.
Right.
Who cares? Oh, a girl's going to shit next to you? Or what is she going to do? She's going to pee out of a funnel? What is she going to do? Like, no one's going to get hurt.
I'm not arguing
no
with
one's
you on
going to get
this.
hurt. This is the problem. When you allow perverts to...
I love that. Joe will now berate Steve-O for the next 45 minutes. So let's give it up for Joe. This shit was actually painful to watch. We're going to finish out that Joe Rogan and Steve-O segment. If you want to watch Steve-O continuously get his ass beat while he's down, you guys can go and finish watching that one out yourselves. I thought that was hilarious. What's up? You got a pee break coming or what?
If now's a good time, I'll just...
Might as well. We're segueing into another segment. I'll prime the stage. So me and Ashley, we've been getting into a little bit of debaucherous stuff online. And when I say debaucherous, I'm talking some of the meanest, leanest bitches you've seen this side of Atlanta. I'm talking hoes, and I'm talking a lot of them. What we've been watching has been Could Have Been Love from fucking Druski. You guys know? You guys know this Druski? If you don't know, Druski is this fat black comedy influencer, right? I think he started on either Vine or TikTok, and ever since then, he's kind of just blown up his platform by coming up with these different type of talent, like reality type shows where he does these like talent shows and has these crazy ass people come up and audition for shit with him. Then he kind of segued that into this kind of like almost Flavor of Love-esque reality TV show that they have is strictly on YouTube. But the thing is as legit as it could possibly be when it comes to being a reality TV show. The name of the show is called Could Have Been Love by Druski, right? And if you've seen Flavor of Love, it's essentially the same thing. Except I don't remember in Flavor of Love if they won money or not. But in Could Have Been Love, these hoes is out there to win some goddamn money on top of some love from Druski. You know?
Not a lot of money, though.
Not a lot of money. In the first season, we're on season 2. We're starting on season 2. And we've been watching every episode of it, and I'm telling you, I'm hooked. I'm watching it more than Beast Games. This thing is the next big thing as far as I'm concerned. It's my newest internet obsession. You know?
I'm pretty sure I love it.
I love every second of it. So we started watching this Could Have Been Love. The first season, these bitches won only 50 G's. The second season, they're going for 100,000. And we're not going to even continue into the explanations because I'm telling you right now, this shit is too good for you guys. You guys need to see this right now, raw and uncut. Here we go. This is the intro of season 2. Could have been, should have been, would have been love.
This week on Coulda Been Love. $100,000. I wasn't lying about that. Is that the right vote right there? Is that it?
Mm-hmm. These women want one thing and one thing only. Money.
Hoes want to be cool, whole time is jail on the low.
I want to see what it feels like to back into that handicapped parking spot. This episode of Coulda Been Love Season 2 is presented by Buffalo Wild Wings, home of the Pick Six Meal for Two from 1999. They got a couple Escalade builds in there, a couple GMC big bodies, Ford Tough.
Yeah, that. You know, that shit is buttery, smooth, and wet.
Before I stop the shit out of you, real shit.
You don't even need to talk. I'm cute and petite.
With a real
Druski, I would peg you. I don't want to scare him, though.
Walk that trick!
I ain't with all the stud games, you know what I mean?
I'm not too old to have babies.
I'm not too old to have babies. Guys, if you're just listening, we've had every specimen, every walk of life from the female chain that you could possibly think of. We got bike dykes. We got hood dykes. We got fat broads. We got skinny white bitches with gauges and without gauges. Tattoos, no tattoos, twin Puerto Rican hoes we got in this. Like, ass for days, stomach for days. You know what I mean? Like, it's all walks of life in this bitch, which is what makes this so interesting to me. Right out the rip. We're just on the preview, and we're seeing these wild, big body bitches walking through this whole shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm in love.
Whoa! Good God almighty!
You got my face, telling me like I'm crazy. No white, chill out. I'm at a Rolls Royce.
Oh,
Don't play.
Okay.
Hello?
I need my pajama.
They always cut to a random waterfall of Monster Energy. They
hilarious.
never bring it up. Never, not one time. We've watched 4 episodes of this. I've never heard Druski go, this episode is also sponsored by Monster. They just always cut to just a random ass waterfall clip of Monster Energy cans. Like every fucking episode they do this.
One of you will be going on a private jet, one-on-one date with Druski tonight.
Yo, I bump to this intro, guys. I swear to God, every single time we watch it, I'm busting the shit down
with Druski tonight.
No, you don't even know, guys. I'm telling you.
I can't lie with that old thing, man. It could have been you, it could have been me, it could have been Eloise. It could have been love. It could have been. It could have been love. Could have been.
That's how much I like it. Like, guys, I am could have been, should have been, would have been love. Like, and I don't even like Druski, but I love this show. Like any other Druski skit, he painted himself in whiteface. Did you know that?
No, I
He
don't.
did a skit where he painted himself in whiteface. The thing went like mega viral. Everyone was like, bro, you see Druski do whiteface, bro? Like, it was awesome. Meanwhile, it's like secretly the most racist thing that you could possibly imagine. Imagine if a white guy did that, right?
Right.
Imagine if Theo Vaughn dressed as a brother from the hood and started pretending that he was walking around Atlanta like that. Yeah, that'll go mega viral for a different reason. I'll tell you that right now. This is could have been, should have been, would have been love, guys. I'm telling you, right out the rip, these girls are wild, bro. Look at this one. This one had me, like, she was tripping, bro. They got his paraplegic on the show, right, guys? And I'm telling you, not only is she like the wildest fucking paraplegic you've ever met in your entire life, her entire body looks like it's made of jello. Like, nothing about this woman is solid except her skeleton. It's crazy. If you take her out the chair and you dropped her on the floor, she would like just fall onto the floor like a pile of like mud or something, like goo. She would just melt onto the floor. It's crazy.
That's exactly what I'm here for. Pot willies, hola. They don't want me to roll on their toes.
What's good? What's good? You better slow down for you.
Yo, this bitch came in burning rubber on that goddamn wheelchair. You saw that? And she's doing like this, like she's like actually like a mentally challenged person. She's like, you know what I mean? Doing that whole shit. And it's so funny. If you listen real close, she goes, this is exactly what I'm here for. Pop wheelies. You know, I'm here to do the whole shit. You know what I mean? Pop wheelies. I'm here to pop wheelies. Really?
type. I like them big.
Listen.
I like them right with the big old belly. Wow, I love it. I want it to be all over my little ass. That's exactly what I'm here for. Pot willies, hola. They don't want me to roll on their toes.
Pop willies, hola. I'm here to pop willies, hola.
What's good? You better slow down for you.
You know, I got my driver's license, but you know.
Okay, yeah, I'm about to say, you move fast on that motherfucker.
Yeah, you don't remember me?
Okay. See, now
she's
I
popping
can pick
wheelies.
y'all up, though, so I don't be.
You want to pick me up? You want to pick me up eventually?
Pick it up.
Yes? Well, I'm waiting for him to lift me, fold me like a fucking pretzel. Right up in this bitch. Like,
See what I'm talking about here? Her leg looks fucking crazy. She had, like, this girl is legit from the waist down. Like, I don't even know why she's so excited about getting dicked down by Druski. Like, she's not going to feel that. Ain't no way. She has to lift her leg up. It looks like looks like a gelatin. Like, the whole leg, it's folding on itself. There's a fold. I've never seen, like, there is a vertical fold in her thigh meat. Like, that's different. That's different. Gravity don't work that way. Usually the folds are happening horizontally. You know? That's how gravity works. This is not, like, this is evil. This is possessed. You know? She's here to pop willies. Hola. You know what I mean? This bitch wild.
paraplegic? You never had that in your life?
I ain't had no paraplegic.
I'm about to give him some paralyzed so.
Oh, I got you. You good. Don't worry about that. He got you, baby.
That man had to fucking wheel that bitch into the house. Listen what Druski says.
I don't see what it feel like to back into that handicapped parking spot. You know what I'm saying?
I want to see what it's like better in that handicapped parking spot. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know what I mean? And Druski's funny as hell with this shit, bro. And look, I'm telling you, the paraplegic, that's only one of the wildest parts about this. Oh shit, I accidentally changed to that. I wonder how long that's been. I might have to edit that. We'll fix it in post, you know. We always seem to, you know, ain't no big thing. So, anyway, I don't know how I ended up on that, but look, the paraplegic wasn't even the craziest part. These girls, this is the first episode in. How many fights did we see in the first? There was like 6 fights in the first episode. Girls ripping weaves off of each other and shit. The glue in their hair is getting all crazy, ripped out. And dude, these girls were wildin'. Watch this, guys.
I ain't get no ass on this season. Ain't nobody got no ass. I like a little 2-piece leg, a little fried 2-piece chicken spicy. And they said they Mexican too. That means they picante.
They didn't say they were Mexican. Those girls said they were Puerto Rican. From the rip, those girls said they were Puerto Rican. They never even said they were Mexican. He makes that mistake like 6 times. He names the girls Chips and Salsa because he thinks that they're Mexican. They have to correct him when he goes, "This is your nickname, girls, because you're Mexican." They go, "We're not Mexican." He goes, "It's Chips and Salsa anyway. All you motherfuckers is the same anyway, right?" You know what I'm saying? He goes, "All you motherfuckers look the same." All right? At least to us black people. Now look, this is how these bitches get down. Watch the rock'em sock'em robots that happens within the first. This shit had me hooked. I go, they're brawling like this.
Girl doing good. They're just trying to threaten me, but they can't do nothing with me. They're acting no f***ing fool.
Hey, keep that 9.5 on bitches next.
Yeah, out of here. All y'all bitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Y'all bitches is done. Don't get this shit twisted. Just because I'm here for Druski don't mean shit. I mean, you can talk all you want to. As long as you don't touch me, I'm not gonna take it there on you. But you touch me, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you. Keep saying the same shit. Stay in your lane, you ain't talking about nothing. Stay in your lane. Get your hand out me. You not on Druski.
Now this shit's crazy, right? This is you had me dying when every episode. Look, I'm gonna tell you guys right now. There's like 4 like hardcore ass lesbians in here, like hood lesbians in this goddamn show, right? And this is supposed to be a contest for Druski's love, right? These are 4 hardcore lesbians. I'm talking like to the point to where like one of them wears a strap on all day, every day. She never takes it off. They start, it gets to the point to where they're in the house, they go, "You can't wear it all the time. Because you're showing it to people, you're whipping it out like it's an actual dick. You know what I mean? It's making the girls uncomfortable. You can't wear it all the time, right? And every time, guys, it's the funniest thing. Every time Ashley goes, why is he still keeping these girls around like that? Because they're not even fucking hot. Like, you know, I don't even understand it. You know, it's the funniest thing. And I tell you, this is why. Because these bitches ready to throw down at the drop of a hat, my nigga. Look at that.
Talk about nothing. Get your hand out me. You not on Druski. Yo, get off me. Yo, what you trying to do? Get off of me. What you trying to do? Yo, bro. Get off me, bro. Get off.
Look, you know what we call that in the hood? Getting yoked up. Look, this one skinny lesbian has this bully dog lesbian, right? She's got her ripped up by the collar. She's like that's like, they do that in movies. You know what I mean? They grab someone by the shirt like that and yoke them up. They call that in the hood. You got yoked up, right? They yoke them up, right? Mm-hmm. By the shirt. Like, that's, if you're getting yoked up, you have no other choice, but you have to kill whoever's yoking you up. You can't live as a man. And that's what these bitches want to be, right?
Yeah.
They obviously want to be men. They got the flyest J's on. They look like they look like, you know, young thugs. No, I'm just joking. But see, look, I did it. I said it. I was joking. Steve-O could take a notebook or a page out of my notebook is what I meant to say. Yeah. I'm on fire. So, you know, these girls, you're getting yoked up. One of you's got to go. You can't live like that. You can't save face like that and be the toughest dyke in the house. You got yoked up like that. You got to pack your bags and leave, in my opinion. You cannot show your face unless you kill that woman.
Cheap ass chain, nigga. Yeah. Cheap ass chain popping, nigga. Bitch. I'm a show cheap ass chain. Go out and hold him, bitch. You ain't talking about nothing. Bitch. You ain't talking about nothing. I'm mad. I'm ready to kick that nigga in his word to my mother. I don't even know if that's a man or a bitch. What the is going on here? And what the you laughing at?
You scaring everybody. You got all that animosity and all that. She been taking a lot of Motrin. See, people that overdose on Motrin, y'all know this, Motrin got a reverse effect. Some people get sleepy off it, but if you take too much of it, you can have a lot of animosity.
I mean, you talking Motrin, bro. You got a bunch of hood rat ass bitches out the trenches, and you threw them all in the house together. What did you expect was going to happen? You throw.
He hates the fights.
He hates them, but he never kicks anyone out for them. That's what I love about it. What?
He did kick out the baby mama lady.
That's 4 episodes later. You just spoiled the show for everyone listening.
Sorry.
But no, in all seriousness, though, it's like, look at this one. This is what I'm talking about. This is the good shit. This is where the weaves start getting ripped off. Watch this.
The bitch been bullying everybody all night.
Bitch tried to play with me. I told that bitch, don't touch me. 5 feet. You gotta give me my personal space.
Bitch, don't play.
She think I'm playing with her? Nah. It was only right.
Now they gotta blur that, you know. Druski gotta blur that. He don't want to lose the monetization. But isn't it funny how she's like talking like this is the same episode, meaning that this was the same day. You getting yoked up by the dyke, but the second one of the pretty ones comes up and pushes you, all of a sudden you ready to fucking typical guy shit. You know, typical guy shit. Like a typical man, you're willing to pick on a lady. You're not willing to pick on a guy your own size. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like how this. I don't know. I see a coward. I see a coward right here. Lesbian or no lesbian, it's a coward in my book. You're hitting a woman, and you clearly ain't one. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, fellas.
She think everything is Kiki because we came in the house. Kiki and bitch, I don't know you. I don't like you. I don't care for you. Suck my.
Look at my fucking wig.
Yo, look at her right here. Look at that. That was a rough little. Let's see if we could get back to that frame. Look at she ripped her whole ass wig off. This bitch is wearing like a stocking cap on the top of her head. This is why you can't trust girls. Like you see that girl in the confessional, you go, I'm smashing, right? She gets that fucking wig ripped off. She looks like crazy as hell.
That's my chain. This is real. I'm serious. We gonna take it there. Nothing fake on me. Nothing fake about.
Look, the fat bitch just eating a whole ass slice of pizza that whole time the shit's going down. Watch this. Hold on. We got to get back to that. That shit was funny as hell. Watch this.
I'm serious. We gonna take it there. Nothing fake.
Look at a fat mama eating a whole ass slice of pizza. Everybody getting their ass whipped. She's eating that thin crust Domino's, bro. They call her Milkshake. That's gonna be her nickname, and that's funny. That her name coming into the house was Milkshake. Druski goes, nah, you fine just the way you is. You a fat bitch. We're gonna keep you a fat bitch. We're gonna call you Milkshake. Everyone else gets a different nickname. You stay the same, because we know you ain't changing anytime soon, my girl. You know?
Call me, nothing fake about me. Suck my.
Shut the fuck up.
Suck my.
Go home tonight.
Who?
Go home tonight.
Send me home. I'ma still whoop your ass. These bitches. Send me.
Somebody picked up a mannequin through the motherfucking mannequin.
Look, they're still going. They're throwing mannequins at each other. Yo, these girls, I'm telling you, as the seasons go on, they're throwing furniture, drinks at each other. Like, fuck, bro, these bitches is crazy.
Across the goddamn, them girls is going at it.
She start throwing shit. I'm blocking it. I'm bobbing and weaving that shit like, hello? I'm having fun with that shit. Hold on.
Just take me the home. Fried cracks the out this.
Yo, look at how crazy she looks right now.
Very.
Yo, she looks like an alien species, bro. Send me the fuck home.
What's happening to her eyebrows?
I don't know. Them shits is probably melting off. They don't look nothing like Ben Shapiro's eyebrows, though. I'll tell you that right now. Guys, if you have not seen Ben Shapiro's eyebrows, maybe we'll blast through this fucking could have been, would have been, should have been love, and we'll show Ben Shapiro's eyebrows on that shit. That shit crazy, bro. Look, Druski got me talking like I'm from the goddamn hood. It could have been, should have been love. Like that. These girls is wildin', bro. These girls is wildin', dude. Look, the one girl is funny as hell. The bull dyke girl. Dude, listen to the way she talks to Druski.
And then there were 5.
Listen to this shit. This had me, dude. So now it's getting to, we're skipping past the fights and all that, you know what I mean? We're getting to like the first elimination, right? We're down to 4 girls, right? Now look, Druski is about to give out this flower. Watch what happens to him.
God bless you, baby. Bitch, cover your mouth. Cover your mouth. You're doing a lot. That's the.
Cover your mouth. You're doing a lot. Like, they're already talking shit, right? She's like, you're doing a lot. That's disgusting as hell. You're not covering your goddamn mouth like that. They're out in, like, public. Like, what she have to worry about?
Yeah.
You know what
outside.
I mean? What? You happen to be downwind or something like that? What's going on?
Bitch, cover your mouth. Cover your mouth. You're doing a lot. That's disgusting.
I might be allergic to these roses.
Yo, now look, Druski has all this spit and shit flying off of his beard. Look at Druski like this.
That's awful.
That's could have been, should have been, would have been love right there. You smell me? Let's give it up for Druski. That's a winner right there. That girl goes, cover your mouth. Now I agree with her. At first I was like, cover your mouth seems a little excessive, don't you think, bitch? Now Druski's spitting out his whole lunch that he had earlier this afternoon off of this goddamn sneeze. And he's supposed to be the bachelor. Come on, dog. You got to pack it up after that. Game show over. That would have happened to me. I'd go, girls, you can all go home. I'll see you later. We'll try this again next year. Bye.
Allergic to these roses.
You got a little something in your beard.
You nasty motherfucker.
You nasty motherfucker. She said, ow. That's so fucking funny, bro. She goes, you nasty motherfucker. Her existence is like disgusting. Like there's something about her just being in the same room as her. I go, I feel crazy weird right now. You know, something ain't right here. You know, I don't like a little, I don't know. She's weird. She looks like a turtle kind of, don't you? See, like something about her looks not human.
Might be allergic to these roses.
You got a little something in your beard.
You nasty motherfucker. You still my man, though, but you the nasty motherfucker.
Thank you, bitch.
Thank you, bitch. Look at her, bro. Chill the fuck out, bro. That shit ain't human right there. I don't know what's happening. That shit ain't human. Now watch this. This had me dying, bro. This had me dying. Watch, guys. They make a mistake. They pick the wrong girl to get eliminated, bro. I said, could have been, should have been love. They're leaving in all the mistakes. I can get down with that. I like a series where you see all the sneezes and the spits on the beards and the mistakes. They call the wrong girl. They got to bring her back. They go, guys, watch this. This is so funny. The bitch thinks that she won, that she like got in the house. She goes, I'm the last one. I finally made it. Yeah. Hell yeah. They straight up go, wait a minute. Come back here. They kick her out right there on the spot. Watch this.
If I call your name, you're in. If I don't, you're out. That name.
First night.
Is Courtney.
Woo! Told y'all niggas. They say the best for last. Boy, you had me scared.
Yeah, I gonna lie. Yeah, my bad.
Courtney, your nickname is Jamal.
Jamal. They named this bitch Jamal, he said. Jamal, he goes, hey, girl, you not only are you the last one to get picked, you a straight up man. So we just gave you a man's nickname. Use Jamal, my nigga.
Don't call me.
Hey, man, we just threw some shit together for that one.
Please don't fucking call me that. Please don't call me.
Hey, we threw some shit together,
man. What
we couldn't think too deep and too dark. You know what I mean?
Man. Yeah. Could have came up with something better than that.
Oh, my bad, Jamal.
A real stud ain't doing no shit like that. And I'm optimistic about the situation.
Congratulations.
God damn.
Congratulations.
Don't.
You remember I was telling you before, she looks like she's wearing eggs.
Yeah, she does.
Doesn't she, guys? Like from far away, it just looks like she's wearing like an outfit of eggs.
Don't play with me like that no more, mother.
Now look, there's the producer, there's the director coming in, right? He goes, hold up, guys, we made a mistake. He goes, y'all sending the wrong. We can't have 5 dykes in the house. We only got enough room for 4. You know, we need you to send this big body bitch in there.
Woo, you scared me. Damn.
Yo, Jamal. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What happened? Oh, shit.
What happened?
All right, girls. We had a little slip up.
Steve Harvey, boy. Oh, shit, man.
Jamal, I apologize.
You picked the wrong goddamn.
Man, come
Titiana.
on, man. Man, come on, man. Y'all some bullshit. Y'all some bullshit.
Bro, look at that fat, big, old, stinky ass. Dude, that thing is eating them goddamn shorts, bro. And she's all excited. She goes, I won. It's like, bitch. But you got to admit, to be this girl right here, it's got to suck ass. Yeah. You literally thought you was getting in the goddamn house, and they go, oh, wait, sorry. Imagine if Mr. Beast Games did some shit like that. You accidentally won the $5 million. Mm-hmm. The guy would kill everyone on set. Like, that's fucking wild.
Y'all some bullshit.
Hey, this a way to...
Y'all some bullshit. Druski, you played me. That's his law.
They made a mistake, my bad. You gotta get on your knees for it.
Wait,
no.
Okay, so
she gonna find a room.
No, Jamal, just if you don't mind, you have to go home.
Hey,
you got the rose so she can get the room? Jamal broke it, rose.
We're sorry about that, but congratulations. Not only are you staying with us tonight, but since you had to endure.
So now look, this girl wins, right? She's the winner, the girl with all that ass, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, we've gone through fights. We've gone through paraplegics made of Jell-O. Like, we've gone through the tall girl Matumbo. You guys will see the tall girl Matumbo some other time, man. This shit crazy as hell, right? Now, this girl, she ends up winning, right? They got this girl, the girl with the big ass. Her big thing is they go, all right, since you were the last person to get a rose and enter the house, you're going to get to take a private jet flight with Druski from Miami to Los Angeles. Druski's got to do some shit for work in Los Angeles, so you get to ride on the PJ with him. And that's what they nicknamed the girl, right? Now, this shit had me dying because, hold on. Okay. He fucking brings this girl on the private jet, right? And fucking she ends up saying some shit to him that he don't like. He straight up leaves her ass in fucking Los Angeles. The girl's not even from Los Angeles. That's That's how crazy this show is. Druski says, hey, bitch, you done said the wrong thing on the PJ. We're going to have to leave you here in Los Angeles. Druski cold as ice. Druski cold as ice right now. Watch this shit.
What the hell happened to the bed?
That's what I said when I got up.
You talking about that what I said when I got up? Girl,
I got up and came back. This shit was flat.
How you deflate the bed? Is that bed still deflated back there?
No, it's inflated.
Okay, y'all blew it back up. Okay. Oh, you had to buy a new one? Nah, that's an expense. That's the jet expense. The air mattress on the jet probably about $200,000.
Now look, this big bitch, him and her sleeping on the goddamn jet, and he must have like got out of the bed or something like that and let her sleep on it for a little longer. She deflates the bed. That's how big this bitch is. She broke the bed and deflated the shit, right? And he's right. If you're on a private jet and you got to replace anything, I can't see it being anything less than $1.8 million. Even if it's like a coaster of a cup. I just can't fathom it being anything less than $13 million to replace it. You know what I mean? So he's obviously pissed off right there. That's where we're not off to a good start, right? You're going to be hanging out with my boy in Los Angeles.
How much that air mattress was for the jet?
I couldn't tell you.
Exactly. She couldn't tell you. Cost too much. Home sweet home.
I enjoyed the view. I enjoyed everything.
Girl, you don't know if you enjoyed it for real.
Oh, trust me, I do.
This one mine right here, though.
I enjoyed it.
I had a lot.
Look, ain't that crazy? He goes, this one mine right here, though. What does that mean? He goes, this one's mine.
She's not coming.
You ain't coming in that goddamn van. And that's like you say that when like a bunch of people are leaving like a dinner party at at a restaurant together, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're walking into the parking lot. You go, this one's mine. I'll see you later. You get to your car, you leave, right? Other people got to find their spots. That's essentially Druski just did that. He goes, it was nice eating dinner with you. I'll see you later. This one's mine. I gotta go. This bitch don't even have like all her luggage and shit.
I don't know if you enjoyed it for real.
Oh, trust me, I do.
This one mine right here, though.
I enjoyed it.
I had a lot of time to think about on the jet, you know, when you was like talking about like body count and all that type of stuff.
I sold some coochie in my time.
We'll wrap it up.
You caught that? The girl said, I done sold some coochie in my time, right? That shit, I would have just threw her out of the jet. I wouldn't have even waited to land. She would have said that. Listen to this.
Like talking about like body count and all that type of stuff.
I sold some coochie in my time.
We'll wrap it.
As soon as she would have said, I done sold some coochie in my time, I would have been like, somebody open up the side hatch. I would have been like, lower the plane down to an altitude where we won't get completely sucked out if we open the side door. Right now. Get us down to that altitude. The second they got us down there, I kicked that big bitch out right out the plane. I said, boom, kick her right out the side of the goddamn plane. I wouldn't have even waited. I would have threw her stuff out too. Hopefully, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord should have split you. I would have said the corniest shit. It's so fucking funny. Druski cold as hell. He about to leave this bitch in L.A., y'all. Listen to this.
Not my wife. She ain't gonna just be selling them. You got a bargain on that kitty? Gots to go. You are an expense that I ain't willing to pay for. Why she still standing outside the door?
I ain't gotta know no body count. I bet you ain't one of them hoes in the house. Them bitches probably know they shit and they burning. I don't know why the he left me out here.
Girl, you got the chance of a lifetime. You got to fly on a PJ. No, ain't not too many girls say they can experience that now. Especially from the trenches.
Druski let me know that girl was a whore, so she had to go.
Fucking Caleb Presley. Druski let me know that girl was a whore, so she had to go. He's happy as a clam, Caleb Presley. Look at that. The funniest part about this, guys, is like if you're watching this show, you probably know at least some of these internet people. Like you might know Caleb Presley. You might know Druski. I watched this shit with Ashley. She does not know these people. Like, that adds this extra element of, like, funniness to me when we're watching these things together that's just, like, unprecedented. It's like watching... Don't take this the wrong way, Ashley, but it's like watching this kind of shit with, like, your grandmother. You have to, like, explain it at, like, a granular level and start... Dude, you know I've actually had to explain the history of Vitali to Ashley. You know that? How many times you have to explain the history of these assholes to people? You just happen to know it, right? It's just like one of them things, you know? And that's what's so funny about this. Ashley she don't even know who Caleb Presley fucking is. This is hilarious. You know? That to me is so funny, dude. That bitch got left at the PJ, bro. And these bitches is wilding. They're fucking fighting with each other, farting in the guy. Listen to this. Look. This girl, we're about to watch this clip. This girl farts in the room, clears out the room for not only all the girls, the cameramen can't even hang out. The guys who actually are supposed to get paid to put up with whatever and film whatever, the guys, one fat bitch lets one off in the room, the guys all have to clear out. They go, there ain't no way we're going to live through this. If we don't get out of here now, it's like a cave. They accidentally hit like a fucking... like a gas pocket in a cave. They go, if we don't get out of here now, we all gonna die. You know?
I don't know, but she farted. She farted in that motherfucker. Then she fed that bitch out. I got up out that bitch. The cameraman got up out that bitch. Man.
Look at the cameraman.
Got up out there, everybody.
Cameraman covering his whole goddamn face. He go, holy shit. He goes, they don't pay me nearly enough for this. This guy has, I'm not even kidding, he has anywhere between $25,000 to $30,000 worth of camera gear on his shoulder, right? You could only imagine what a guy like this is getting paid to do this, right? No, he can't handle it. He goes, no, there ain't no way I'm getting paid enough for this. He goes, I got to get paid what Druski's getting paid for me to get back in that goddamn room. From that, y'all motherfuckers need to get me a goddamn gas mask in this bit. You smell me? Hopefully you don't smell me. You know? That's funny as hell.
Everybody cleared the room. Big ass. In that fart, and I got shit in bed with you, crazy ass girl.
The camera guy, the sound guy, all of them running out the room like fucking ants, bro. Let's give it up for could have been, should have been, would have been love. Do we have the sound bite? Is it coming? I can clap. No problem. Sound bite's always crashing on me. Let's see if it does it now. No, it's just oh, there we go. We're gonna get a double up. That's what we got for could have been, should have been, love. So that puts us at about an hour and a half. We got a little bit. So like we have just a couple of like funny videos. You want to go through those? You want to call it?
No, let's go through the videos.
You want to go through a couple funny videos, man? I got a couple funny ones, man. I love me a good funny video. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know it's actually pretty goddamn funny. Check this out. You know we did the McDonald's. We checked out the CEO of McDonald's reviewing his product, right? That's what these guys like to call it. They call it a product. These corporate jamokes, right? And I ended up finding this remix because that video went viral. We obviously were not the only ones to talk about it. The way that he bit into that sandwich was like, come on, man. Like I actually saw like an AI video that they made of it that looked almost real, that it was like him being like, I can't bite the whole sandwich. And the director's like, bro, you have to make it convincing. What the fuck are you doing? And he's like, all right, let's do another take. And then he goes to bite it and he goes, I can't do it. And he's like, cut. And they're like doing this whole thing. AI is getting out of hand now, right? But this guy remixed the fucking video into like a song. And this song is so fucking funny, dude. This is a bop. This is a jam right here. Listen to this.
The product. Eat the product. Love the product. Holy cow. I'm gonna get the product. Eat the product. Love the product. Got so much to it.
Look, I love that. God, so much to it. You gotta admit, that's dope. That'll get stuck in your head. You gotta get the product. Eat the product. Love the product. That's fucking amazing, bro. Holy cow. Get the product. Eat the product. Dude, that will be stuck in my head for the next 8,000 years.
Holy cow. I'm gonna get the product. Eat the product. Love the product. Got so much to it. Product, 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 do good, do good, do good, do good. Product, 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 product. Holy cow.
You have to admit that's a fucking banger, dude. Like to come off of that goddamn viral video, you gotta get the product. I gotta hear just that part. It's so funny. Get the product.
Get the product. Eat the product. Love the product. Holy cow!
That right there will be stuck in my head forever. Holy cow! It's like the funniest fucking thing to me. And he's made like a bunch of other videos. He did one where he
the CEO guy?
Yeah, he did one right after because that one was for the big arch. Remember? He said it all crazy. He's like, the big arch. You're like, whoa, dude, calm down. Right after that, he did another one where he compared the Big Mac, the normal Big Mac, to the chicken Big Mac. They did like a McChicken Big Mac for like a limited time.
Didn't know about that.
Yeah, and it's so funny because when he goes to do the bite, you can like see he like goes to wipe his mouth because he has like some lettuce and shit coming out. And he goes to wipe his mouth, and you can like see that he kind of does that thing where he like where people spit the food into the napkin and then kind of like take it away. And he tries to do it very nonchalantly, and you can see it clear as day. You're like, oh, come on, guy, like really, you fucking with us like that?
Right?
But it was very, very funny. I thought that was fucking hilarious. You gotta get the product, eat the product. This one's kind of funny too. This one kind of goes into. We had talked about the Tyler Oliveira and the Jewish situation and all this stuff like that. And if you're not familiar, you know, Jews are taking over Western civilization and the political system, okay? Yes or yes? Yes, okay? If you listen to Nick Fuentes like me, then you know, okay? And if you don't know, well, now you know, my nigga. So along with all of that conspiratorial talk, right? Conspiratorial, right? That's how you would say that. Along with all that talk, people have also been talking about the buying of TikTok, right? You know, TikTok had this big scare where people were like, hey, we're going to ban the shit. Well, the administration, the government was like, we're going to ban the shit in America if they don't sell it to an American company. And they did that under the guise of security, right? They say all TikTok is stored on Chinese servers. We need it to be stored on American servers. So what do? They force TikTok's hand to sell it to American entities, right? And the biggest stakeholders in the entities that bought the American version of TikTok were companies that were spearheaded by very active Zionist Jews or like pro-Zionist people. Right? One of them being Oracle, who I think is owned by a man named Larry Ellison. Right? So now Oracle is the main stakeholder in TikTok, meaning they basically control the algorithm, right? So a lot of people have been complaining since then that like you can't really post too much pro-Palestine talk on there. Anything anti-Semitic, quote unquote, that's deemed anti-Semitic is going to get taken down on there. They've gotten a lot stricter with their, what do you call that? Censorship on that platform on TikTok, right? And this all boils down to people saying that Israel is trying to fight this like information war, right? Because right now, support for Israel is at an all-time low. No matter what age demographic you're talking about, not too many people are in very big support of Israel, right? What do you think would be one of the better ways to try to get that support back? Be to spread those messages through social media, right? In some sort of like propagandic kind of way, right? If that's even a word. If it ain't, I just made it up. Propagandic. So in some sort of like way like that, you're going to try to get that message across. And people had gotten wind that Israel was paying influencers anywhere up to $7,000 a post to post pro-Israel content, right? Now, in a very weird twist of events, seems like Israel's not living up to their side of the bargain, which is probably the most Jewy thing I could possibly think of. They got these influencers to post pro-Israel content, right? In the hopes of getting paid. None of them got paid. To the point to where all these influencers are now getting ready to sue the government of Israel to try to get their money back. Listen to this.
For those $7,000 payments influencers were being offered to post propaganda for the state of Israel, turns out they are now suing the Israeli government for non-payment. The system is currently facing lawsuits for millions of dollars from suppliers who haven't been paid. Imagine shilling for a government check, putting your image on the line for money that's not even coming. That includes 14 to 18 influencers who were supposed to be paid up to $7,000 per post as part of the Esther Project. And now they're bringing in professional agitators like Azalea Banks to do damage control and say, well, I got paid. Even the troll posts got paid. But there's still millions of dollars worth of funding that's unaccounted for. The scandal was compounded when investigators discovered financial irregularities, forged signatures, and severe staffing shortages in the Prime Minister's office. They rushed to expand their contracts with private production companies, which were then used as payment channels for pro-Israel commentators, but now they're being accused of withholding large sums of money. One company is suing the state for 1.7 million shekels for
1.7 million shekels, eh? Isn't that funny? Because I think that's actually what their money is in Israel. I think that's actually what it's called. But it's so funny because shekels is like the Jewish thing to call like money. You know what I mean? It's like, hey man, you got any more of them shekels I can get off you? Just let me borrow a couple shekels, you know? It's for fucking Shabbos.
Costs related to foreign travel and media operations. Operations aimed at countering pro-Palestinian protests and demonstrations at ICJ hearings.
That's crazy. So, like, not only did Israel get these influencers to write posts about them, they also got them to, like, fly out to Israel and, like, protest Israelis who were actually pro-Palestine over there, right? Because they didn't have enough pro-Israel protesters in Israel. You get where I'm... So now they're telling these influencers, hey, come out here, protest on our behalf. It'll be an all-expense-paid trip, and we'll reimburse you guys for the travel that you take. Now, these people being influencers have the money to front to get themselves to Israel and do all of this. But they're still going to expect to get goddamn paid, motherfucker.
Right.
Like, it's literally like you doing a job. It'd be like if a construction guy built you a deck, and you were like, hey, I ain't paying. You know, that guy would put a lien on your house. You know what I mean? It's like, now you can't borrow against your shit because you fucking got this lien on your shit. It's like the same goddamn thing. It's just, it's so funny to me how, like, I don't know. It's always like, we're not bad. We're not bad. Like, even just, let's not even say all Jews, just like Israel, like, and Benjamin Netanyahu and all that, right? We're not bad. We're not bad. We're not bad. Then they're like, killing fucking babies, bombing hospitals, fucking literally ethnically cleansing a whole fucking part of the Middle East. And then on top of that, they're not paying the people that have done work for them. I mean, it's like stereotypes exist for a reason, right? I mean, they have to. Like, I'm Puerto Rican. Every now and then I get the urge to stab someone. You know what I mean? I like a good shivvy sometimes. You guys should see me in Easter or Thanksgiving. You get me near that turkey, it's fucking like I'm in the fucking joint. I might as well be in the goddamn joint. I'm sitting there shivving that motherfucker up. It's built in me. You know, it comes standard stock. They just make the model that way. You know, it's just how it happens. It's funny. You can't take it out of them. They're just gonna fuck you any way they can if it has to do with money. It's just the funniest thing to me. So that this is happening kind of lives up to something, don't you think?
So even their counter-protesters aren't legit. They're paid to be there. Another company is suing for over 600,000 shekels for 9 months of undisclosed work. The propaganda network is swiftly unraveling.
That's actually very, very funny to me. That's very funny to me. We might just switch this whole channel around. We might just become an anti-Jew channel. You know? It might happen. Because all Jews are murderers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're all murderers. Wouldn't you agree?
I do, yep.
All Jews are murderers. And the ones who aren't murderers are fentanyl dealers. You know? They're all fentanyl dealers, in my opinion. This is... You guys get it, right? We're doing Steve-O. This is a Steve-O bit. Let's give it up for Steve-O. That's going to be it for this week's episode of Lost Ox Media. If you've made it this far, of course, we love you for joining us on this week's episode. Be sure to catch new episodes of Lost Ox Media every Wednesday. Support the show by buying merch over at lostox.media. That's lostaux.media. And, like, subscribe, comment, tell us what you think about the show. It was a big show. Tell me what you think about this quarter zip that I ended up finding at the thrift store. I like it a lot. I'm probably going to wear it every week. If you don't like it, let me know. What else we got to let them know? I really don't think anything. Until next time, we bid you adieu and we bid you goodbye. See ya.
Bitch, I make my money. Party till I die with my chin up high. Fuck 'em up, fuck 'em back. Twerk like it's my last day on this earth. Let the dollar make her work. People always hating, but the more they hate, the more I work. Everybody say they're lit, but all they do is showing shit. In my street, like the slaves, bitches always kiss my feet. Stay out of my way, you bitch. I can deal with your fake ass meat. They thought that I had stopped. It was over, I had dropped. Bitch, I had my plans out here. I'm only just at my start. You will have to kill me to make me fucking stop. I was already dead again. You can't hurt me, only God. Party till I die with my chin up high. Fuck 'em all, fuck 'em back. Twerk like it's my last day on this earth. Let that dollar make her work. Party till I die with my chin up high. Fuck 'em all, fuck 'em back. Twerk like it's my last day on this earth. Let that dollar make her work. I ain't scared of death, but I fear your damn as dead as breath. All the drugs in your veins. I am blessed with the smartest brain. I remember your laugh when I was at my worst. Let me tell you, piece of scum, I'm supported from above. Your man in my DMs while you talking shit behind my back. All the shit you said made you look like a little bitch flathead. Your opinion, bitch, fuck that. What do I think of you? How I love in your face, bitch. If you only knew. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Party till I die with my chin up high. Fuck 'em all, fuck 'em back. Twerk like it's my last day on this earth. Let that dollar make her work. Shake that money maker in my face. It's a favor. Ooh, I love your misbehavior. Party till I die with my chin up high. Fuck 'em all, fuck 'em back. Twerk like it's my last day on this earth. Let that dollar make her work. Shake that money maker in my face. It's a favor. Ooh, I love your misbehavior.